Hello, welcome back. Today I have another ink review video for you. This one is called Lime Ice Lolly. It's by Diamine for Cult Pens, so I think this might be a Cult Pens exclusive. But what I'll do is if I can find it for you, I will leave a link down below. And I wanted to try this color because I thought it sounded really unique and fun. And so we're going to do a little swatch here. Typically Diamine has really nice inks, so I'm sure this will be really nice. Very fun, kind of a springtime or summery green maybe. Yeah. And I'm going to write the name on here, and what I'm going to do is, I've noticed that these swatch cards take a while to dry sometimes, so I'll set it under a fan. That way hopefully at the end of this video it'll be ready to go. This is by Diamine and Cult Pens. If you haven't checked out Cult Pens before, I definitely recommend it. They have a lot of fun stuff over there, and they do have some colors that we can't get easily over here in the States just because of where the ink is made. It's closer to them. Also, their little bottles of ink from Diamine typically tend to be a little bit cheaper. You do have to pay the higher shipping, but I mean, I guess it just depends on how you feel about that. But they do have some nice exclusive inks there as well, which I really liked. So I think I already did a review of another one of theirs a long time ago that was an exclusive to them. That was one of the first inks I ever got. So I'm going to be right back. We're just going to stick this under the fan. Okay, I'm back. So we're going to go ahead and test this really quick on some copy paper. I always like to test it on this just in case all you have is copy paper like at school or work and you want to know how your ink is going to look if you use that paper. So let's just give this a try. It seems okay so far. What I like about this color is it is a really kind of a happy color. This reminds me of like grass when it first starts to grow. It's a very, bright, happy green. And this is copy paper. And we'll set that aside. So I don't see any feathering or anything really. It looks fine so far. So let's go ahead and set that aside. And we'll try the HP32. HP32 paper, if you haven't used it before, it's another kind of copy paper, but it's nicer quality. It has a nice finish on the top. It's nice and smooth. A very nice smooth surface to write on. And the ink seems to like it better. It like pools on top. And sometimes you can see different special effects of the ink. So if you can't get the Tomo River paper, sometimes this is a decent enough substitute. All right. And this is also very easy to read, at least in real life. I hope the camera is picking that up correctly, but this is definitely very legible in person. So I'm going to set that aside and give that a couple minutes to dry. And now we're going to test this on some Tomo River paper. And if you haven't used this paper before, it typically shows off the different properties of the inks very well. But it's a little bit more expensive, so it just depends. This is a good paper for journaling. There we go. And this is Tomo River. I'll draw some lines here. And if there are any colors that you would like to see me try, just let me know down below in the comments. And if I have the ink or if I can get it, then we'll do a review. All right. I'm going to need to let that swatch dry, especially like right here where it's still wet. It does look like there is a little bit of shading though, so far. I like to give it time to fully dry to really critique it. So on the copy paper, this looks fine. You could definitely use this on copy paper, no issues at all. Except for where I put the ink down super heavy, there's no bleeding or anything. So if all you had was copy paper, you could use this ink and it would look just like this, which is nice. And compared to the HP 32, the color is very similar. It's almost exact. So you're not losing a whole lot by using the copy paper, except that there is a little bit of shading that you don't get on the copy paper. So like here, there's definitely some shading going on in the writing, and you wouldn't be able to see that on the copy paper. It doesn't look like, at least very, very minimal. So if you like the properties of this ink, then you definitely need to use something like HP 32. And then here is the Tomo River, and you can see, I know this is still a little bit damp there, but around the edges here where it's dry, you can see it's a little bit darker, and you're seeing some of that shading, lots of shading in the writing. So this is a really fun one if you want a very light color, a light green. That's a bright, happy light green that has some shading to it. This is an excellent one for that. So this is a really pretty color and a lot of fun and very summery. Let me go grab the swatch and we'll take a look at that. All right, I'm back, and here is how that swatch looks. This is really a pretty, pretty color. If you like summery colors, this is perfect. It's really bright and happy, and of course in the swatch down here you can see the little bit of shading that it's got and around here, and I like this halo effect on the shading around these ribbons. So this is a great color. I will try to find a link for it and leave it below, like I said, and if you want to give something different to try, this is not a color that I've seen yet. I haven't really seen anything in this kind of green shade, I guess. It's sorry, I'm getting over a cold and I have to keep pausing it so I can cough. I apologize. But yeah, this is a really fun and unique green. So if you like this type of color, if you want something like this, I will leave a link for it down below. And if you'd like to see more videos like these, just leave a like and subscribe so you can see more. And thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.